Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I watched a documentary about Forrest Ackerman, the founder of Famous Monsters of Filmland, and horror and sci-fi film scholar, who also created a whole thing about collectibles and stuff like that. He would get all this stuff when no one else wanted it. And it's a really interesting documentary. It talks about his life when he was born, and his grandparents were incredibly kind. I think his grandfather helped uh, create the Bradbury building. I can't remember the whole. And that was seeing a bunch of movies. It's really neat. And they took the movies a lot, and he see as many as 7 movies in one day at the theater. My record now that beats my record. My record, I've never seen more than 4 movies in one day at the theater. Uh, and those were both when I was in Fort Gordon, Georgia. And it's really cool. And then his family found out that his main thing was the horror films and stuff. And they had interviews with other people: Joe Dante, Roger Corman, Fred Olen Ray, Bobby Breesy, John Landis. And then he became friends. Ray Bradbury was in it, and also Ray Harryhausen, the best effects guy in the world, in my opinion. And it was really a very interesting thing, and it goes side by side with um, video coming up next, Warren Publications and stuff. And it's really a very cool. He talked about his love for movies, and he coined he's the one that created the term sci-fi, not spelled SYFY like they have on the Sci-Fi Channel, but SCIFI. I think it said his wife said it never take off, but it took off big time. It's really a fascinating movie. It goes along pretty well. He's much older in this one, and it talks about his life and stuff. And he was like a literary agent for a lot of different people who didn't have agents. They had connections to magazines and stuff like that, so that helped out other writers and stuff. Isaac Asimov, L. Ron Hubbard, like Ray Bradbury and stuff like that. And he actually shook hands with H.G. Wells. It was really cool. I really enjoyed the movie, the show, the documentary, 48 minutes on something called Spooky Cinema that was doing videos. Most of their things were like stuff that was public domain. They got a Peter Lorre documentary. I might be that sounds like it'd be interesting to see. Um, it's really fascinating. I like that it talks about like competition from other magazines in the '70s and stuff like that. And not once did it mention or show Fangoria. I don't know if Fangoria. They said something. I remember reading something like they said something like we took care of Forrest or FM Famous Monsters when they got too big or something like that. I remember reading something in Fangoria about a long time ago. I don't know what happened. Maybe I should look into it. Um, they never mentioned Fangoria. They showed like a couple other monsters, and then they talked about Rue Morgue. They had the female editor from there, very attractive too. Um, and Rue Morgue is more like they said, where famous film was aimed for adults, but kids of all ages. That's why I like to put it. Rue Morgue was more for adults and stuff. But I remember buying. I got a 2-year subscription to Rue Morgue a long time ago. But mangas are so expensive now. You know, I was at Dollar General and they had collective of like a collector's edition about Star Wars. That was like $13. I remember going to Hot Topic a long time ago, looking at Fangoria, very thin, maybe 32, 40 pages magazine. It's like $14. And I remember people said they still bought Fangoria until it got too expensive. At least Rue Morgue is a Meteor magazine that had more stuff in it. I wonder if there was bad blood between Fangoria and Famous Monsters. I'm not sure. But I liked the movie. It's very informative. Like I said, John Landis in it. A whole bunch of great people. It's very fascinating. I give it a 10 out of 10. So until next time, bye, please. Take care of my Legion. I forgot to mention a couple of things. When I talked about, I mentioned Forrest, Fertile and Ray being, being in the video too, talking about him. They said in his older life he was in a bunch of movies, and they showed the clip from him from the Fred Owen Ray movie Scalp, one of my favorites of Fred Owen Ray's. And also, I'm going to talk about his his silly sense of humor, and like that. Well, that one was said. Yeah, they said talk about the restaurant on the Earth. I mean, on the moon. They said the food's really good, but it's got no atmosphere. That was I heard that one before, but this one's really bad. It was so silly. He said, "Did you hear about the teacher that was cross-eyed? Well, she couldn't control her pupils." That's so stupid. But he liked that dumb stuff like that too. Or sometimes I do stupid jokes like that too. Some people hate puns, but he liked puns. That's what I want to mention. I hope you like this video, everybody. Take care. Like I said, there's a link. It starts with the Warren Publications. And I got a Warren. I won a auction of a couple Warren magazines coming up in the next video. That's why I think the two link together. All right, take care, everybody.